Hey guys, what's up? So guys, today we're gonna be reacting to Zek films. It's just like Zach D films, but a little bit more weird. And if you don't believe me, it's me. Hi. Just gonna put my
Pharaoh trying to hack his PlayStation and get free games.
okay. What? Gay station?
Then he used the local network to connect through an external Wi-Fi module. But the moment he connected to a new device, an Airbus A3,
Bluetooth device.
he bought a new Zlipper. Always shoot diagonally and search for ships in a checkerboard pattern. This can almost...
Oh, my dad played this, but it's like on mobile.
He bites his...
Sorry.
Always shoot diagonally and search for ships in a checkerboard pattern. This can almost guarantee a win in Battleship. But if your opponent starts copying the same tactic after your opening moves, change the pattern and target the corners, where ships are often hiding. However, if the game still doesn't go your way, use a Dutch harpoon cannon. Always shoot...
That's unnecessary. As soon as like, oh, this will be useful. Not anymore. Alright.
Bites his teammate's butt during the jump.
Hey, yo, already?
Because in double ski jumping, speed is a key factor.
That's a thing?
Modern athletes have developed this technique to improve aerodynamics in midair, incredibly reducing the superfine in contact with the wind. Then the jump continues with pirouettes and somersaults. 天哪，难以置信的事情正在发生，我的眼睛到底看到？Bites his...
What was the end?
He pushes himself forward, sliding on the ice and throwing the stone at high speed. Meanwhile, the second player makes a continuous movement with the broom to increase speed or change direction. When the stone hits the opponent's stones, they are knocked out of the circle. To win, you must have more rocks closer to the center. Meanwhile, in the women's competition, what? He pushes himself.
Ah! I was like, in my head, I was like, is that a real sport?
If you swallow gum, most people think it's dangerous
I literally swallowed gum like a week ago, I think.
because it could stick inside your stomach and make your belly grow huge with big quantities. But that's not actually the case. You see, when you digest it and it goes into the intestine, and by farting, the gum will transform into a tiny balloon floating out of your body. And this balloon can grow so big. Why do you always lose at arm wrestling? You see, most people just push sideways with their arm, but that puts all the strain on your elbow and makes it easy to get beat. Instead, pull your opponent's hand towards your own shoulder to close the gap and use your entire body weight to lean sideways for leverage. Finally, he will be out of energy, so you quickly let go of his hand and he will punch himself in the face. While he's stunned, tape him to the roundabout and make it spin. Why do you always lose at arm? A woman noticed a washing machine sitting on the side of the road while
I didn't know where this is going.
driving. Confused, she pulled over to take a closer look. Suddenly, strange appeared from behind the trees, riding on LeBron James. But before she could even react, he approached her. The woman noticed. Spread your legs and bend on your knees when playing table tennis. Then angle the racket at 70 degrees and hit the ball. This shot will give it a special effect, and when it bounces off the opponent's side of the table, the ball will curve unexpectedly. If your
It's not gonna curve, but
opponent manages to hit the ball, then use the table as a racket. Spread your legs.
whoa.
Would you rather jump into an erupting volcano or dive into a tank of sharks? The lava will cook your ass instantly like a turkey.
Bad words. I'm sorry.
But if you choose the sharks, you'll be eaten like a kebab. There is also another option. If you can stick a ballistic missile up your ass, you can win a Medal of Honor and a free colony. Would you rather jump? If you want to build a perfect snowman, first find wet snow. Would you rather?
No.
If you want to build a perfect snowman, first find.
Let me just do something real quick. Alright, cleared out the table, but yeah, I'm recording my videos on the table now. I don't know why I have a pen right here. Let's keep on watching.
Wet snow that sticks. Then roll a large base and add the body with the head. Finally, neighborhood kids will definitely try to destroy it. So place an anti-personnel mine inside. If you want to build a...
Bruh. Okay.
Always start from the center and occupy the central squares to maximize your piece's mobility and restrict your opponent. This doubles the chances of winning. If your opponent also tries to occupy the center, try to maintain a king's row for as long as possible. And when you get your first queen, use an Austrian lazy. Always start from the center.
If I see one more sus thing, I am jumping on my bed. I would literally jump, boom, on my bed. Alright.
And occupy the central squares to max. If you bite a gold coin, it bends almost instantly because raw gold is a...
What's Come on, piggy bank. Give me 1 quarter. Got a penny. Doesn't look destroyed to me. Anyways.
Very soft material. In the Wild West, they used to bite gold coins precisely because they were 24-karat gold and to verify their authenticity. This won't damage your teeth or the coin, but if you bite Abdul Wahab Hamid, many people wonder how to fix a squeaky door with no tools. It's pretty easy. You just need to take some oil and grease the hinges. If that doesn't work, take some oil and pour it on your ass. Finally, take a German 7.5 centimeter... Many people wonder...
Like, if I hear a moan, I'm joking.
If you shoot at a piece of paper folded many times, can it stop the bullet? You see, it would take about 200 to 300 pieces of paper to stop a bullet from a gun. But if you could fold a regular sheet 42 times its thick, if you shoot at a piece of paper, a soldier called his parents and said,
I'm back home tomorrow, but I'm bringing another soldier with me. He lost a leg and he's blind. Please treat him like family.
His parents were speechless. Then his mother snapped,
No, don't bring him here. We don't need problems in our house.
Days passed, but their son never returned. Worried, they searched for weeks until they learned he was living with a poor old man in their own city. They rushed there and knocked. The door opened and they froze. A soldier... This man saw the stroller running into traffic because the wind blew it away, and the baby's mother fell while chasing it. He sprinted forward, but unexpectedly, the stroller dodged. This man saw the stroller running into traffic. Always stand when you have a 17. This doubles your chances of winning. If the dealer doesn't have jack, queen, or king, don't take the risk. When he revealed his card, he must continue till reaching 17 or get busted. If you suddenly start losing, use a Mark II pineapple. Always stand when you have a 17. She crashed her truck right into a massive beehive. Almost reached his opponent. She crashed her truck right into a massive beehive, almost reaching her house. And a huge swarm of angry bees burst out and attacked her. Everyone rushed in trying.
Wait, what is in there? Hold on, I just put my hand in there. It's like a mystery. I just want chocolate. It's probably there for a week. I'm not gonna eat that.
Pull her away from the car. Suddenly, her husband managed to take her out. She crashed her truck. His opponent grabbed him by the throat with his bare hands.
We're back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see the video.
All his strength. In this ancient Olympic competition, whoever loses consciousness loses. But with enough strength, you can make the AAA. His opponent grabbed him by the throat with his bare hand. The chicken slipped into his mouth while he was sleeping, and the next morning he woke up looking like the animal. The man didn't notice anything, but the following evening, an M240 machine gun slipped into his mouth. He woke up suddenly in his sleep. The chicken slipped into his mouth while he was...
A chicken.
If you shoot a tank with a gun, most people might think that the bullet would bounce off the armor, but that's not the case.
I did say it, so I'm gonna do it. keep on watching.
But you see, if you stick the tank's barrel up your nose, you can give yourself a lobotomy. If you shoot a tank with a... He went to an American university to study English so he could get a job in the U.S. And for 4 years, he read textbooks and memorized new words. So when the language proficiency exam finally came, he reached the C4 level. He went to an American university
Ay, quiero brincar y la.
to study. Wearing AirPods is dangerous because they act as earplugs and cause earwax to build up. And that's not all. Instead, use the Bosch Professional Hammer Drill GD. Wearing Air... Have you ever wondered how to calm a crying baby on board an airplane?
Adoption shutter. I said it wrong. Adoption shutter. I can't say it. Adoption center.
Most people think the best solution is to hand them a toy, switch on some
Dun,
cartoons,
dun, dun.
or try gentle rocking to help them shift attention from clogged ears. But if you let some...
So I got. What did I pause it there? But I just see the baby do it.
But if you let
No, like, what is he doing to get ballerina?
clogged ears, but if you let some... Have you ever wondered how to calm a crying... They drew white stripes on the ground, adding dark shadows on the
Didn't Jackie
sides,
Films make this video? She did.
creating a new kind of pedestrian crossing. And from the perspective of an approaching car, it looks like real blocks floating above the ground. You see, this invention was created because no one stopped at crosswalks. So when a person approaches the drawing, make sure to... They drew white stripes.
Wait, this comment says.
Ground, adding dark...
Shut up. This comment says. At first, I didn't realize it was Zek Films.
Why doesn't America use the metric system, but they have their own one? You might think they want to be different, but the reason may surprise you. From the very beginning, students are not trained in the metric system because they cannot do without a 9mm. Why doesn't America use the metrics? His father destroyed his son's PlayStation 5 with a hammer while he was filming. You see, he was so obsessed with Minecraft that he spent day and night playing the game. Brokenhearted, he planned the perfect revenge on his father. He sets a trap inside his father's office, and when he sits down, his father destroys... They would place the man in the pit and cover him completely with soil, breathing through a bamboo cane. You see, in their beautiful culture, this is a ritual of purification of the mind and soul used by their ancestors. A hole in the wall after
What?
culture.
Oh,
This is a ritual of purification of the mind and soul used by their ancestors. Finally, the tribal chief...
You think you can not look? I can't believe it. Keep on watching.
They would place the man in the pit and cover... Do you know why men cover their eyes and women cover their mouths when they cry? You see, there is no science...
I know where this is going. Oh my God.
Scientific explanation for why, but it is much simpler than you think. The average man covers his eyes to catch his tears, while women cover their mouths because they can't shut the f. Do you know why? If a pregnant woman trips and falls, what happens to her belly? When a woman is pregnant, her belly has two different layers, the skin and the sac where the baby is carried. So, when the woman starts dancing...
Okay, I really want to do it, but this chair is like foldable, and it's not meant for spinning. Anyways, okay.
If a pregnant
I'll be right back. My dad just came back.
woman trips and
I'm
falls...
back. Yeah, I already seen this video.
Place the squid on the cutting board and hold it by the tip with the palm of your hand. Then give it a karate chop on the head with your other hand, and you will notice that it changes color. This method is quick, painless, and guaranteed. Place the Lid on the cutting board. When you apply the blackhead mask, it gets into the open pores and sticks to the tip of the pimple. And when you peel it off, the blackheads remain sticking to the mask and are extracted from the pore. See if you peel it off. When you apply the blackhead mask, this new car safety system guarantees a
You see, I've seen this before, like the ad.
level of protection. You see, normally a seatbelt should be fastened like this, but during an accident, it might not work 100%. Thanks to this new system, death rates have fallen. This new car, rub the lamp, and a genie will appear to...
Ah.
grant you 3 wishes, but no more than 3, so choose wisely. Now, if you wish to be on a tropical island with your friend, rub the lamp and a genie. Cut open the horse because in extremely cold conditions, it can provide excellent shelter, as this...
Is
He cut open the horse because in extremely cold conditions,
wait.
it can provide
What is that? No, what is that? Look behind the man.
excellent shelter, as this Viking
I don't know.
practice was used to survive during expeditions to Antarctica. Just make sure you don't cut a nuclear horse. The woman was determined to do water skiing in waters full of sharks. You might think it's dangerous, but not so
I'm gonna go. Be right back. I'm back.
much for the sharks themselves as for the fins you have to dodge as they stick out of the water. At the sound of the bell, the boat sets off and reaches an impressive speed. The woman was determined to do... Some wild dogs carry a parasite that makes them bolder, turns them into pack leaders, and spreads to other dogs through bites. And when a human gets infected with this parasite, they also become more confident and fearless. They can achieve career success. Some wild...
I'm gonna do a front flip, guys. It's not fair. Why do all the turtles get to swim in plastic? I want to swim in plastic too. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do a front flip. Again. Oh gosh.
Dogs carry a parasite that makes them bolder. A small toy engine is attached to the edge of a cup of milk and chocolate. Then, by pressing a button, it starts and mixes the content. You see, this toy was invented to entertain chaotic toddlers during meals. But if you use a small toy...
A what?
Only a few people know how to pick a ripe watermelon. First...
Did you just say? What watermelon should I do?
To make sure it sounds hollow. Then you... Good smell. If it smells like summer and sugar, you're on the right track. And finally, gently make a small hole in it.
Yeah?
Only a few. Will know how to pick a ripe water. While reading, the man noticed a strange noise coming from the next room. Opening the door, he found his son with a strange vacuum cleaner. The man knew exactly what was happening in that. While reading, the man...
I'm gonna do a lot of jumps. Oh, Jesus, I almost fell.
noticed a strange noise. He lit and threw a firecracker into the toilet as a joke. But when the fuse is dipped in water, you might think it turns off instantly. That's not the case. You see, if you put your grandmother on the toilet, the fuse reignites. He lit
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka.
and threw a firecracker into the... Police removed her prosthetic legs for a more detailed inspection and told them that they could wait outside. The boy became upset because the old lady could not walk now. But suddenly a police officer had an incredible idea. He removed the legs from it. Police removed her... If you're buried up to your neck by the mafia, don't panic. Move your body to sink slightly into the ground. Then make a few more holes with your head. This will make the kidnapper's job easier.
would you do?
If you're
Now, why would I pause it on that? Let's get in.
When your mom throws a slipper at you, how fast can it go? You see?
1 second. I'm back. I didn't find a slipper or a croc, so. Sorry, guys. I did that.
Small caliber bullet reaches about 365 meters per second. And compared to that, slipper flies at about 90 meters per second, which is just enough to break a wall. Finally, if you attach the slipper to a rocket launcher, the final speed is so high. When your mom throws a slipper at you, how fast can it go? You see, a small caliber bullet, if you pump air into the soles of your shoes, can you run on water? You see, compressed air contains nitrogen, which allows... Shot the whale in the head.
Bruh.
And compressed air contains nitrogen, which allows them to float. And if you wear them, you could actually run on water for miles before they... If you pump air into
Oh
the
my
soles
God,
of your
why
shoes,
did he
can
not
you run
do-
on water?
Why did he not do a warning? Oh my god. Excuse me. Why did he not do a warning? Oh my god, that scared me.
Make a tiny cut on the edge of the coin before tossing it in the air. You see, this small cut changes the balance of the coin, making it land on one side more often, guaranteeing your win. Now choose the correct side of the coin and make a...
Ah, my toe. Oh my god. No one was hurt. No one was hurt. Ow.
tiny cut on the edge of the coin before tossing it in the air. He quickly pushes and jumps over it, and with a twisting motion of his hips, the bicycle starts moving. You see, this bike was designed for two people moving in opposite directions, but at high speed, they collided with each other, resulting in pregnancy. He quickly pushes and
I'm gonna jump a lot in this video.
over it, and with a twisting motion, by pressing the button, the fan lowers to bed level. Then, by moving slightly closer to it, you can shave your butt hair. This brilliant invention was created by pressing the button.
I'm not gonna jump in that one.
She put her baby in a stroller as she approached the airport checkpoint. You see, people with children were allowed to skip the line and go straight to the gate. And suddenly, security took the baby out of the stroller. She put her baby. If someone pushes you and grabs your shirt, bring your left leg behind you and quickly turn your hips. This movement will force your opponent to fall. If it doesn't work, try again several times. Someone pushes you and grabs your shirt, bring your left leg behind you and quickly turn your hips. This movement will force your opponent to fall. He distracts you with a fake coin trick, and in the meantime, opens the clasp of your watch. While the trick continues, he makes quick movements, pushing the watch out of your arm without you noticing. If it doesn't come off, some magicians have an ace up the sleeve. He distracts. If your face suddenly turns paralyzed, that's a bad sign. First, try to smile. If only one side of your face moves, that's a serious warning sign. Now, raise your arm in front of you and keep it steady for a few seconds. If your face suddenly... A deaf man stumbles and falls, losing his balance.
Is he deaf, man?
A deaf man stumbles and falls, losing his balance.
Is this guy dumb or is he just rage baiting us? Because deaf, if people can't hear. That looks like a blind to me.
He manages to get up, but he can't call for help because he's also a mute. Sign language catches the attention of some kind gentleman.
Why'd he go? Help me, please. Why'd he go like this, huh? Huh? What for?
Smoking for many years can cause diarrhea and inflammation of the lungs. leading to severe coughing. Switching to an electronic cigarette may seem like a smart choice, but in reality, it could cause smoking for
What was that?
If your neck hurts, a chiropractor uses a hydraulic press to relieve your back. Then, with a jackhammer, he adjusts your posture by straightening your bones. Finally, he uses an ancient ninja technique to... When I met you in the summer. If your neck hurts,
I hope this video does not get copyrighted.
place the marshmallow on the knife while heating it. When it is
Was
melted...
about to eat the knife?
Place the marshmallow on the
He was.
knife while heating it. When it is melted, use the same knife to cut the chocolate bar. You see, chocolate gets its flavor from cocoa, not from the Kawasaki. Place the marshmallow. He was dating a girl who asked him to treat her like a princess, but he was just a student and couldn't afford fancy dates or buying her flowers. So one day, he took his father's car to take her on a real date, finally giving her the real.
I just hear, I woke up in my new Bugatti.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is very important to build 3 houses per set, never 4. And finally, if it is your first time, avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up in jail.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is...
He fell on a lady and had to pay millions of dollars. Throw the dice and grab every space.
Oh.
Important to build 3 houses per set.
Avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up in jail.
Throw the dice and grab every space you land on. The secret is to buy all the orange and red properties. It is very important to build 3 houses per set, never 4. And finally, if it is your first time, avoid the black pawns. Everyone knows they always end up. Throw the dice and grab every...
What was that?
He fell on a lady and had to pay millions of dollars in cash. So he decided to sign up for a WWE match against one of the strongest wrestlers. As soon as he stepped into the ring, he realized it wasn't going to... He fell on the...
Okay. That's a little normal.
If you drank cola and swallowed Mentos, you might think that the reaction would cause an explosion. That's not the case. This reaction
Why does it have to be a fart?
only occurs if done quickly in a small space. But if you swallow a Husqvarna... If you drank cola...
What was that?
Bears intentionally remove their fur to wash it during winter. This happens because snow settles between the hairs and can cool their internal temperature. It is a very old practice. Bears, he shaped a bar of soap into a pistol and covered it with shoe polish ready to escape.
Oh, you want to see a real pistol? Just kidding, this is fake. Magazine. Santa gave me it. Thank you, Santa. Alright, let's go.
Right after, it slipped out of his hands, revealing that the plant, he shaped a bar of soap into a pistol and covered it with shoe polish ready to escape. Right after, it slipped out of his hand. If you are pregnant with a microwave, can you heat up the food you eat? When you put water in the microwave and heat it up, the electromagnetic waves cause the particles to vibrate. And if you then drink it, you could become pregnant. Finally, by eating food, you could.
You're gonna become the microwave.
If you are pregnant, he saw the grenade and immediately jumped on top using his backpack. This reduced the force of the explosion. The soldier tells his story like this. In reality, he jumped on top with his butt and absorbed the entire... He saw the grenade. They attached several harmonicas to the car for a school experiment. Each one was perfectly measured and placed at the same distance. When the car reaches 80 miles per hour, it creates a very loud engine. They attached...
God?
Inside the buckle, a small caliber pistol was hidden. You see, this weapon was used by criminals to rob banks in the Wild West because it was easy to activate with a simple click. It was mainly used inside the buckle.
airsoft bullet. The toy airsoft bullet. Hold on.
The hacker was trying to steal some crypto from a billionaire wallet. He 3D printed the owner's fingerprint using a photo he found online to crack the biometric system. Finally, when the hand was ready to scan, he placed it in the system. The hacker
I've seen this video. So why'd I watch it?
was trying to steal some crypto from a billionaire wallet. He poured gunpowder directly onto the wound and set it on fire with a spark. You see, thanks to the fire's high temperature, this allows the wound to heal immediately. Finally, put on a bandage to extinguish the fire. He poured gunpowder.
Now you shoot it even more.
He put a balloon in the car's exhaust pipe because when
What would it be a fart?
he arrived at Walmart, the parking lot
So is that Mr. Bean's car? Oh my god.
was full, and he had a brilliant idea. You see, his car was much smaller than the American standard. So he loaded the car with 500 grenades. Put a balloon in the... He put a light bulb in his mouth for a challenge with friends. But once inside, the light bulb was stuck, and he couldn't open his mouth wide enough to remove it. He went to the fire department, and then to the hospital, but no one could help. So he screws himself to the ceiling with his friend's help, and becomes a lamp. He put a... The helmet has different blades and scissors, all working at the same time. By placing it on your head, it will start automatically cutting your hair. This technology is very accurate. The helmet has different...
How many videos do we have? Okay, we're gonna watch all of that.
The helmet has different blades. As he approaches the escalator, he presses a special button. This causes the wheelchair to attach itself to the escalator. You see, the chair's wheels are too smooth, and they might slip into the stairs' gaps. Thanks to this excellent system, even wheelchair...
Haha, so funny. Escalator, excellent, haha.
As he approaches the escalator, he saw the sign at the cave entrance called the Satan's Sack. You see, the man was an experienced cave diver with a family and a lot of money.
Oh, that's so cool!
He saw the sign at the cave. Soviet soldiers would intentionally place grenades inside a regular glass during the First
I thought he was gonna say up his.
World War. You see, by removing the pin and placing the grenade in the glass, it doesn't explode. Then add lemon juice and vodka. Finally, shake hard for a perfect Moscow meal. Soviet soldiers would place the bees in the fridge until they stop moving. Then slice a matchstick in half and glue a paper-thin wing across the top. Add tiny drops of glue to the wing, one for each bee. Then stick the bees on by their bellies, all pointing in the same direction. Make a warm fart on them. As they wake up, their wings buzz back to life, and the plane will fly. Place the bees in the fridge until...
Into the Twin Towers.
If an elephant drinks water, can you block the flow with a giant cork? You would need one about 13 inches in diameter, which might be tied with a rope. So, if the elephant drinks 50 caliber bullets, it could become a warm... If an elephant drinks water, if you accidentally swallow a tooth, it goes into your stomach where a machine duplicates it. Then your intestines put all the teeth in order and give you the ability to eat with your... If you accidentally swallow it, his dingling fell off. So he decided to build one with Lego. You see, when he was born, his limbs fell off due to a rare condition. Luckily, he was a reptilian, so they grew back after a short while. That didn't work for his Skibbity. He spent days building it and accidentally added some hyper-fast. If your key breaks inside the lock, take a lighter and some TNT. Now, with the other person's help in the room, pass everything under the door and ask them to light it. Finally, you just have to wait. If your key breaks inside, some people intentionally remove their toenails before a marathon.
Oh yeah, because my teacher, my other teacher, went to a marathon. She didn't want to take it out, and it kind of fell off. That's what happened.
This is done because when you run for many hours straight, your toenails repeatedly hit the front of your shoe, which can be painful. Some extreme runners
Yeah, and it'll fall off. It first turn black and then fall off.
even remove skin and muscle to
Okay,
increase.
don't do that. But also your nipples, they put like tape over it, so because it will slide against your shirt a lot, and it might bleed. So
Friction. Some people if you fire a bazooka, could you catch the rocket by going at the same speed? Well, you would have to run at over 183 miles per hour and grab it from the front. But this might be very hard. Instead, you can overtake and grab it with your axe. If you fire, a cat fell from a building and landed on a criminal who was robbing an old woman. The impact made him pull the trigger, hitting a bus driver who then crashed into some scaffolding. A worker fell. An elderly man had a heart attack from the shock, but at least the old lady was safe. A cat fell from... He was forced to reveal the PIN code of his safe at gunpoint. But as the robber entered the code and opened the safe, a hidden string pulled the trigger, activating an unbeatable security. He was forced to reveal... How many iPhones Negamax would it take to reach your height? Let's assume that the new model is 8.75 millimeters thick, and you are about 5.9 feet tall. Stacking them one by one, you would need about... How many He stops you in a dark alley and asks you to choose
okay, this is kind of like
between two pills. The blue one will give you eternal life, but you will be poor. The red one will make you rich, but you will fart out of your mouth every time you speak. Let's imagine you choose the blue one. So now, excuse me? What the hell is going on? He stops you.
what was that?
If you shoot a bullet at an atomic bomb, most people think it will cause it to explode. That's not the case. Instead, swallow the atomic bomb, and after just 5 minutes, you could have a lobotomy. If you shoot a bullet... He missed the ball. The bat flew out of his hands and hit a guy in the stands. Luckily, he was fine, and he challenged the player. If you hit the pitch I'm about to throw, you don't pay for the damage. He didn't know the guy was actually a baseball legend, so he threw a 36 M British... He missed. Have you ever wondered where your poop goes when you flush the toilet?
Yeah, where does it go?
An airplane? Many people think it gets sucked and dropped straight out of the plane, but that's not true. You see, if you flush the toilet while sitting down, you could give yourself a perfect crow. Have you ever wondered? They start by placing several metal rings around their necks. Many people think this stretches the neck, but that's not true. The rings actually press down the shoulders and chest, making the neck look
I do this. You want to pause? And pause.
longer.
See?
In their culture, a longer-looking neck is often considered a symbol of... They start by...
But it was meant to say symbol of beauty.
If you tear your fingernail like this, you may experience severe pain. Instead, tie a knot in some string. Attach
Not the tooth, baby tooth strategy. Wait, how KSI works?
it to a door and make sure it opens outward. Now, when someone opens the... If you tear your fingernail like... If you lose a tooth, the dentist can replace it with a gold one. It may seem
Okay,
expensive,
so
but
works.
gold is incredibly hard. It also doesn't corrode like other metals, so it lasts a long time. But if you smile at the wrong... If you lose... The Crave-O model is how... If you lose a tooth, the dentist... If you put a hamster in a wheel, how many would it take to power the Statue of Liberty for one night? The statue uses about 96 lamps, each of 1,000 watts. A single hamster running for 12 hours straight might produce about 0.1 watt. So, to light the statue... If you put put the Scrub Ditty in a bowl with water and...
I don't even want to say the original name. I'm just gonna say Scrub Dad. Okay, that sounded kind of weird as well. I'm just gonna say Sponge.
sugar for about 2 minutes. Then take the sponge and...
I'm back.
Put it in the freezer overnight to make it hard. Finally, take it out of the freezer and attach it to a hook. Now your bait will be perfect for fishing. Put the scrub ditty in a... Start by tying a piece of string around a rat. Then attach it to a toy car. Place a stick with some cheese dangling from it and tie it to the car with some tape. The mouse will smell the cheese and be attracted to it, causing the monster truck to move forward. Start by tying a piece of...
What was I supposed to be doing?
If you poured every bottle of Coca-Cola into one container, how big would it have to be? Coca-Cola manufactures around
What do you think?
200,000 bottles every minute. Over a year, that adds up to a volume of more than 52 million cubic meters. That's around the size of 20 Great Pyramids of Giza. And somehow, that still wouldn't be enough to quench the thirst of the average Mexican. If you poured every bottle...
What PC?
Finnish parents often let their babies nap outdoors, even at minus 10 degrees Celsius. While they stay inside enjoying coffee, the infants rest in their strollers in the crisp winter air. This long-standing Finnish practice is believed to boost immunity, improve sleep, and turn the newborn into a giant snooze.
Girl.
If you collected every booger you ever made, how big would the final ball be? A single booger is about the size of a sesame seed and weighs roughly 50 milligrams. So
Really?
if you picked one a day for 80 years, you'd end up with a basketball-sized blob weighing around 2.2.
1 second, guys. I'm back. It's kind of deflated, look. Look. Huh. It's kind of deflated. Alright, let's keep on watching. Get out. There.
Pounds. Unfortunately, by that point, it's no longer possible to eat. If you collected every booger you have... Touching an Australian stinging tree is a mistake you won't forget. Its leaves are coated with countless tiny hairs that inject venom into your skin, causing burning pain that can last for days. Trying to brush them away only makes it worse, since the hairs can snap and release more toxins. Instead, gently press some... Touching in... If Mount Rushmore showed their full bodies, the geometry would collapse instantly. Their faces are so close together that the rest of their bodies would have to twist just to fit. They'd basically be kneeling, elbows locked, foreheads touching. From the other side of the mountain, oh my god, if Mount Rushmore...
Well, TF, they said they feel like they skipped and
She stole a jacket and some food caught on camera by the shop assistant. It was freezing outside and the homeless woman was starving. When the police arrived and heard her story, everything changed in an instant. He quickly shot her 67... She stole a... If you scan a QR code to pay for parking, you could be scammed. Scammers stick fake QR stickers over real ones when you scan. It opens a fake payment page that steals your card details or installs malware before you even realize your money's gone. Instead, open the camera and try to catch the scammer with a Pokeball. If you scan a QR code, start by moving a pawn. Your opponent will fall into the trap. He will do the same, so move another pawn, but 2 squares. This will guarantee you a checkmate. Now, he will move the tower, so you move the Boeing 767. Start by... If Cheetah and I Show Speed raced over 100 meters, most people would assume the Cheetah would easily win. But that's not necessarily true. The Cheetah explodes off the line, reaching incredible speeds within seconds. However, after covering around 80 meters, its body begins to overheat, forcing it to slow down significantly. I Show Speed instead, on the other hand... Yo, Speed, what the fuck? If If a stranger in a busy tourist spot offers you a free friendship bracelet, you're going to be scammed. Before you can react, they'll try to put it on you quickly, tie the knot so it can't be taken off, then aggressively pretend for cash. The moment they approach, the only safe move is to take out a MK-153 rocket. If a stranger in a busy tourist spot offers you if you're stuck in a water slide and someone else is coming down the slide, most people think they should try to climb back up. The slippery surface makes this nearly impossible. Instead, try to create space for air by tilting your head back.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna wait for the person to come.
If water keeps rising, this will help to create enough surface area. If you're stuck in a water...
What did I just see?
If you drop your phone in the toilet, pull it out and quickly turn it off. Then take out the SIM card and the battery if you
This happened to my friend.
can. Now, some people think you should put it in rice to suck out the water, but this might cause some Asian guys fighting to prepare it. Instead, put the phone into a balloon and spin it at high speed to drain the water. If you drop your phone, he was hiding in a trash can wearing a mask to play a Halloween prank. His friends staged a fake interview to get the victim to stop in front of the trash can where he was, but something went wrong. You see, they didn't know that the boy had a pacemaker and so could not be subjected to a jump scare.
He cooked.
When the boy jumped out to scare him, he didn't react. Almost scared me. He was hiding in it. He slides one arm into the red padded sleeve while the other rests inside a small handle hidden in the head. His fingers pull a lever that opens the mouth as he speaks, and a thumb switch makes the tongue twitch. A mesh panel behind the smile lets him see out, and a tiny fan sucks air through one eye. A cue sheet glows under a small LED, and a monitor on his belt shows his movements, letting him match the voice and the grin in real time. He slides one arm in. He found a lava lamp and drank it in his bedroom after coming home dead drunk. You see, he thought the lava lamp had alcohol inside, but right after drinking it, his stomach started to hurt. He decided to try to poop, but his ass erupted like a volcano. He found a He sliced open his finger and placed the cheating magnet inside. And when he rolled, the magnetic dice would stick to the cup, letting him score high numbers and win every time. The magnet was extremely powerful, and then he sliced open his finger.
Kind of genius, but it hurts.
Always start by matching numbers over colors. This lowers the chances of giving your opponent an easy move. Use a reverse and play a plus. When you get a tattoo, the needle pierces the first layer of your skin and releases ink inside. This happens at high speed and can cause pain and irritation, but some people may experience pleasure. This is because the machine is turned off, and when you get a tattoo, two people would intentionally hide under the queen's dress before an
I got water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got some water. Alright, let's watch the video.
important speech. You see, when the queen wanted to pee, one woman would collect it in a cup while the other would drink it. This allowed the queen to pee without leaving the conversation. But if the queen needed to fart, one of the two had... Two people would intend... Why do the royal guards wear such large hats compared to their bodies? Well, you might think it's to appear taller and intimidating, but that's not the case. Guards were chosen only if they had pointed heads, so they could hide them under their hats. And when ammunition ran out in battle, the guards could be used as bullets. Why do the royal... He stumbled drunk across the train tracks, falling asleep with his head on a rail. The train driver saw him from a distance and immediately pulled the emergency brake handle. But this caused the wheels to skid, and the train was still traveling at high speed. He was asleep and didn't hear the train coming. By then, there was nothing that...
Have you ever heard a train? I heard a train before.
He stumbled drunk.
What the heck?
If an elephant drinks a giant Red Balls, could it give him wings to fly? A can of Red Balls contains water, sugar,
I thought I said Red Bull. Red Balls?
holy juice, which is why it is so expensive. So if an elephant drinks premium 98-octane gasoline, he could become a propelled M2A1. If a tiny nail is placed inside the drilled hole, then glued shut and repainted. This makes one side of the ball heavier, causing the ball to roll where you want. So in a tense moment during the pool game, look for the spot where the nail is and pull the rod so far a tiny nail is placed. If you put your fingers in a Chinese finger trap and try to pull them out,
Instead of pulling, you gotta push.
you will see that this is not possible because when pulled, the fibers contract around your fingers. To escape the trap, you should instead push your fingers together and this will release it, but never use the trap with another person. If you have to, just make sure
What does he have to?
you put your finger. If you put your fingers in, always start from the top middle block. This is the least risky move. As the game continues, identify and gently test blocks to find the ones that are easiest to pull out. A key strategy is to leave unstable side blocks for your opponent and never touch the corners first. But if your opponent also start from the top middle block, then use a tiny special C4 block and insert it in. Always start from the... If someone is choking, you can stand behind him, place your fists on the chest, and repeatedly push hard toward you. This forces the air in their lungs up into the throat and can help push out the stuck object. If this doesn't work, then push harder and perform a perfect backdrop. If someone is choking, you place it into the baby's nose, then gently suck through the mouthpiece to pull out their mucus. But if that baby is sick, the mucus is full of bacteria that will end up in your lungs, infecting you too. Instead of sucking, you should blow hard so the baby will inflate like a balloon and explode. You place it into the baby. If you crash while riding a motorcycle, doctors would first make a cut on your neck, separating the head from the body, and the blood vessels are connected to another one. Then, the muscles, bones, and tendons are precisely cut and left in their original positions. The surgery would take hours to reconnect everything, but once it's done, you'd have a fully working new body. If your eyes point in different directions, a doctor will make a
I can go like this.
small incision in your eye, then cut your toenails with a circular saw, and finally give you a nice Brazilian wax under your armpits. This will fix your eyes so that they now point in the same direction, leaving you in excellent health. If you bullet was shot and lodged in his chest, but doctors said it was too close to his brain, so they decided to leave it there.
Brain.
He grew up and led a normal life, but at the age of 78, his belly began to grow, so he went to the hospital for tests. He discovered he was pregnant, and 9 months later, he gave birth to a bullet baby. Bullet was shot. If you bubble wrap the Earth, can you save it from a meteor? A meteor large enough can be several miles in diameter and travel at tens of miles per second. To wrap Earth in bubble wrap, you would need many tons of it. But that's not the only problem. Bubble wrap is too satisfying when popped, so it's practically impossible to... If you bubble wrap...
Whoa.
He licks the buttons on the controller that control the movements in the game, which means he only uses his tongue to play. When he was a child, he fell off his bike and his body was paralyzed except for his tongue. Now he uses it to control the movements in the game. Unfortunately, this technology has arrived in the yo, what the fuck kind of game? He licked. If everyone farted at the same time, you might think it would create a global fart explosion, but is that really the case? A single person's fart can actually contain traces of flammable gas. If lightning strikes a Tesla, can it recharge the car's battery? An average lightning bolt discharges a voltage of about 100 million volts and has a typical energy of approximately 10 billion joules. A Tesla battery has around 100 kilowatt hours. So to recharge it to 100%, you would need around 360 lightning strikes, which would probably bring it to life, turning it into a transformer.
360, you say? Why is there water leaking?
That will slap your ass. If a pigeon eats gunpowder, will it lay grenades instead of eggs? This bird usually feeds on worms or seeds found in nature, but feeding it gunpowder will transform its reproductive system into a natural grenade factory. Technically, all you need to do is attach a magazine and a trigger. You should have a 100% functional grenade launcher. If a pigeon... The man escaped from prison by shooting a ball and chain from a cannon, according to legend. But this is impossible. The ball and chain is made of solid iron and weighs about 45 pounds on its own. It was designed to slow down prisoners in case of escape. The prisoner actually managed to load it into the cannon, but when he fired... The man escaped from... Imagine you have to defuse a bomb with a blue, red, and green wire. One of these will defuse it, but the other two will make it explode. You choose the blue wire, but when you are about to cut it, a message appears on the bomb screen saying that the blue wire will detonate it. Now you have to choose between the red and green wires. If you think you have a 50-50 chance, you're wrong. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Maybe double it and give it to the next person. Imagine you have
Double it and give it to the next person.
If you get a subwoofer big enough, can you use it to fly? A normal subwoofer is about 15 inches, just enough to crush your windows and destroy your eardrums. But to actually lift you off the ground, you'd need one the size of a stadium, pumping out 200 decibels per second. That's like 100 million times the power of a normal-sized one. And the instant it switches to maximum... If you get a subwoofer big enough...
Whole ash bang.
If you play scissors, you have less chance of winning. Statistically, women play scissors more than other shapes because it is a simple gesture. So instead, always play rock as your first move because you have a 35% greater chance of winning. But if your opponent plays paper, then you do a triple round. If you play scissors, you have less chance of winning. Statistically, women play scissors more than other shapes because it is a simple gesture. So instead...
I can't get that. I got it out.
If you fired a giant sniper rifle, could you handle the recoil? A normal sniper rifle is generally between 40 and 60 inches long, with 51 millimeter caliber 30 bullets. So if you fired a giant one, you shouldn't be able to handle it, and it would be enough to get pregnant and probably have a half advantage. If you set a giant sticky trap, can you run fast enough to get over it? This type of trap is used to catch mice or cockroaches, and this type of trap...
Sorry, this is me. Keep on watching.
Start by making a small hole in the lips,
Oh, yeah.
and is incredibly effective given its stickiness and the weight of the animal. A person of average weight would need to run at around 90 miles per hour, but as soon as if you set a giant...
Yo.
Start by making a small hole in the lips. This makes it easier to insert the first smaller ring. Once the wound has healed, the ring is removed and a larger one is inserted. This is repeated several times until the desired size is reached. In their beautiful culture, this is a sign of beauty and maturity. Generally, those with the largest rings start by... Put your foot in the stirrup and hold on to the saddle to prevent slipping. Push your right leg up forcefully to help you climb on. Then swing your left leg over. If you put your finger in the barrel of a gun, some people think it would stop the bullet and make the barrel explode. But that's not completely true. Doing this would easily shatter your finger as the bullet continued on. To really stop the bullet, you shouldn't put your finger there. But if you put your... The American eel has a secret that no one knows about. You probably know that eels can create... The American eel has a secret that no one knows about. You probably know that eels can create a deadly electric shock. But that's not all. Their blood contains a toxic protein if ingested raw. But what not every... Ingested raw. But what not everyone knows... It's not all. Their blood contains a toxic protein if
I just said the baby as an orange.
Ingested raw. But what not everyone knows is that this fish doesn't even have teeth. even though it's hard. If you use cotton swabs to clean your ears, be careful. Many people use cotton swabs without knowing how dangerous they can be. Not only can they cause infections, but when you use a cotton swab, you push the earwax deeper into the ear, which can cause pain. Instead, use a Flack 18 to 36 88 mil. Always start from corner. This doubles your chances of winning. If your opponent also starts from a corner, use the opposite corner from where you started. He will block the center, so use the last available corner. This way, you will have 2 ways to win. But if your opponent starts from the center after which came first, the chicken or the egg? Some people say the egg because it already existed in the time of the dinosaurs, and others say the chicken, born from a mutation in a semi-chicken egg. But if the egg created the chicken, and the chicken created the egg, then who started it all? Actually, it came first.
Stephen Hawking with double miniguns and nuclear rockets.
Which came?
He bet all his remaining dollars on black, hoping for a stroke of luck. The croupier closed the bets and threw the ball. His heart was racing. He was sweating and visibly nervous, following every movement of the ball with his eyes. After a few seconds, finally, the ball landed on black. He bet all his... If you took out all the bones in your body and replaced them with a Lego skeleton, could you still walk? Removing the bones from your body is technically possible, but you would look like my bulldog's nuts. However, if you managed to replace them with a Lego skeleton, you probably wouldn't even be able to stand up. If you took out all the
Wouldn't
bones...
be able to stand up. What if you only, like, build with your hand out of yellow Lego? Why did I say yellow? Like, take out the bone, put in the Lego.
in your body and replace them with a... When you flip a coin, most people believe they have a 50-50 chance of getting heads or tails. But in reality, this is not the case. If you turn red with shyness when talking to lots of people, here's how
I
to...
heard if you go like, if you like, no, it's fake.
fix it. Calling a stranger might help you imagine that everyone is a pigeon. If that doesn't work, call another one and imagine that everyone is a toilet. If that doesn't work either, then imagine you are a Thompson submachine gun, but fake.
Call on connecting. Make a friend.
If you turn red with... Do you know how to spin a basketball correctly? The secret is in the rotation of the ball. So, first place...
Nah. Okay. So it's stuck. There you go. Right now I can't.
in the center of your palm, throw it gently into the air, applying a spin, then immediately position your fingers like an Italian. If that doesn't work, try using a LeBron James with explosiveness. Do you...
No, that's my grandma's ringtone.
If your dog is broken, here's how to fix it. Deactivate attack mode by holding the tail for 3 seconds. Once open, identify the propeller and tank. Handle the detonator and bullet magazine with care. Polish the chamber with a soft cloth and clean the front air intake with a cotton swab. Finally, close with M6 bolts. Now test in with a tennis ball. If your dog is broken, here's how to fix it.
How do I fix the
Deactivate
tap,
attack mode by holding the tail for... If you are trapped in a room with walls that are closing, first, breathe and look for a red button. If you can't find one, try using your body to push the walls. If that doesn't work either, cover yourself with baby oil so you can slide like a fucking worm. But be careful. You may not always land where you want. Hello there. You are trapped in a room with... What the hell are you doing? Don't put fucking ketchup on your fries. Instead, put a Honda HRG 466 SK petrol lawnmower. Thanks to its powerful 4-stroke engine with minimal vibration, it guarantees a comfortable engine. What the hell are you? If you jump out of an airplane without a parachute, here's what to do to save your life. First, stay calm and stabilize your body. Second, go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac large menu. Then take your phone, like this video, and finally turn your body around and fart repeatedly to slow your speed. This way you should land softly. If you jump by snapping your fingers, you can ask for anything you want, but only one wish can come true. Now, you would think the girl
1 trillion, billion, killion, zillion, killion, billion, million euro. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Guys, where is it? Where is it? I think I'm lagging because there's so much money.
would wish for things like a new handbag, an expensive accessory, or a new phone, and yes, that would go like this.
What was that? What was that? By the time this is my head, okay? Look at the front.
But for boys, it's different because by snapping your finger, a man puts a pair tag in a woman's bag. His intentions are suspicious and he is wanted by the police. The woman leaves the gas station and he uses the app to track the victim's movements. She drives away and he decides to follow her without being detected. He carefully follows the woman's movements without losing sight of the car. During the chase, the car stops and parks in front of a house. The man gets out of his car and runs to the back of the house without being seen. But once inside, he couldn't believe his eyes, because the woman was actually his father, having explosive. A man puts a pair tag in a woman's bag. Wearing headphones for too long is dangerous.
Bro, Steak has that, I think. Headphones? This one has no wires. It connects to my phone. And if I do connect it to my phone, you guys would not hear me. So far no headset bends.
This man is married with his car. His name is Nathaniel, and he has fallen in love with Mrs. Chase, who is not a human being, but his automobile. His fixation has evolved to such an extent that he is now proud to say that he does scoobity-bum-bum with his car. You might wonder how?
I don't want to know how.
This man
Is that the Roblox face with the bread?
The head is closed without giving you a chance to escape, and a sharp blade is placed above the machine. The executioner holds the rope tightly, and it is connected to the blade. When it is released, the blade falls on the victim's neck. That was supposed to be the idea, but the worst part of the trap is the head is closed without giving you... Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. So what would happen if he said,
My nose is about to grow.
my nose is going to grow?
Yeah, same thing.
If it didn't grow, it means he was lying, which would cause his nose to grow. But his nose growing would indicate that he was not lying, which means his nose should never have grown. If Geppetto asks for a lie, Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. So, the man picked up the lighter and thought that igniting farts was fun. This happens because they are mainly made up of flammable gases like methane and hydrogen. But if you have diarrhea... Hello? The man picked up the lighter and thought that here's how to win the jump rope in Squid Game step
Okay, why is the number 911?
by step. What you need is focus and concentration. Then make sure the doll has not eaten an explosive chili burrito. Take a few steps forward and focus on the rotation of the rope so that you can calculate the turns.
Okay, why is it over there? Why is it over? It could have been just a little bit higher, not down there.
Per second and here's how to win the jump rope.
That guy. I need a chair that actually has wheels.
Squid Game step by step. What you need is focus. If the cow eats blueberries, could the milk come out purple? You see, milk is composed of 90% water. The rest is made up of lactose, fat, and protein, and this causes its white color. So if
Lavaka?
the cow eats 39mm bullets, it could become a Kalashnikov automatic rifle. If the cow eats blue.
You tell me if I eat a bullet. You're telling me that I can shoot bullets and not butthole. Just kidding, it's right here. Alright, let's go.
Could the milk? If you want to grow your abs faster, stop doing ab exercises using only your body weight. Instead, add high-performance motor oil to your protein shake and do these exercises. Reverse plank, the tapeworm, and the most important, the French baguette. If you want to grow your... If you take out all your teeth and replace them with 64 gigabyte USB sticks, would you increase your storage capacity? Technically, yes, but only if you don't live in Florida, because in
I don't even live in America.
1897 it became illegal because a guy who... If you take... This bullet is illegal in all states of the world because due to its strange, sharp spiral design, it is able to expand, taking the shape of a petal. This happens after impact with a tissue or object, increasing its perforation capacity and lethality. The manufacturer of this bullet stopped making them in 2000 because they discovered that by shooting someone in the ass, it began to spin like a spiral. This bullet is illegal in all states. If you step on a bear trap, jaws will snap shut with over 600 pounds of force, instantly crushing bone and tearing through muscle. But here's what to do to remove it. You'll probably scream, but don't panic. If you step on a bear, if you forget your house keys and the door won't open, here's what to do. Take your credit card, which should be strong enough. Then swipe it between your ass and check if it's clean. If it's not clean enough, if you forget your... Have you ever wondered why we sit on chairs? We rely on 4 sticks to hold the weight of our...
Not for me. My chair. This is my chair. It's my chair legs. And it can fold. Ow, my foot. So it can be a little bit hard to... There.
Whole body. But my uncle prefers to sit on a loaded SPKS-12 and... Have you ever wondered why we sit on chair? When you fart, your body creates kinetic energy and heat. And when you sneeze, you create just as much energy. But can you do it at the same time?
Oh, I need to fart. I need to sneeze at the same time.
When you do either of these actions, both involve your abdominal muscles. So you can do a snort, but you can also do a screenshot and be paralyzed. When you fart, your body creates If you touch a cactus, the spines would probably get injured. If you touch a cactus, the spines would probably get stuck in your skin. And if you try to pull them out, they will likely break off because they are so fragile.
Like, look at this.
When you fart, your body creates kinetic energy.
Like if you fart.
If you touch a cactus, the spine...
If you touch a cactus, you'll have cactus spines on your hands. Like, what is so
Spines would
different?
probably get stuck in your skin. And if you try to pull them out, they will likely break off because they are so fragile. Instead, you should applying a generous layer of glue over
I love when I like paint. I'm doing painting and I need to glue some stuff. And I paint glue and then that on my hands. And if it dries, oh, it's so satisfying.
June 2023, a man had the great idea of piloting a submarine with the gamepad. It was about June 2000.
It was about.
If you fire a bullet at an ancient iron helmet, most people might think that it would stop the impact. But these types
Let's see.
of helmets were designed to stop weapons, such as swords, preventing the person from being cut by the sharp blade. So if you shoot an iron helmet at a giant bullet, it will surely be able to stop it.
The most normal video posted on his channel. This guy. This guy right here. Wait, if I double tap him on... If I double tap on the comment, it likes it. Just like this, look. If I double tap, it likes. Oh my god, not bad. Look at these videos. You're telling me. I'm gonna go downstairs. My brother's downstairs. You're telling me. You're telling me. My sister's sleeping. You're telling me. Where's my brother? You're telling me. He's upstairs, actually. You're telling me that this kid, Dan, edit that video. There's no way. He's turning 6 this year. There's no way. How? How did I edit that video? Anyways. Should I make a video of watching my brother's channel? Probably.
If you fire a bullet at an ancient iron helmet, most people might think that it would stop the impact.
I already seen this. I hate my farts. That's a fart. Small deadly fart. I'll be dead. Is there gonna be a bro turned white?
Draw a line across a circle, then add a ball that will move across it back and forth. Keep adding lines, cutting the circle into a pie. Next, add a moving ball to each line. Each ball starts at a different angle, following its own
I already
path.
got them balls.
When they all move at once, a spinning circle appears inside, even though each ball moves in a straight line. If you add candles, you could summon Mr. Draw a line across a circle. If you break your arm and you don't go to the doctor, it may grow back deformed. But if you break your arms and legs, you might become the propeller of an MH-6 Little Bird helicopter. If you break, he slipped on shit, falling on a drill bit, penetrating from his right eye to behind his ear. In 1934, a man slipped on shit, falling on a drill bit, penetrating from his right eye to behind his ear, and was rushed quickly to the hospital. The doctors forgot that the metal should be removed before...
What do you mean you forgot to remove the metal? How long ago?
The MRI. This resulted in an unexpected outcome. The drill bit ended up in his ass, and so the man became pregnant. He slipped on shit. In 1934, a man was stung by a bee. This...
Haven't done that in a while. I slipped from my chair. Alright.
Caused severe and intense pain. But the bee did not intend to sting the man voluntarily. It just... 1934. If you fire a bullet, that ricochets off 3 walls. Some people think it could come back and kill the shooter. But is this actually possible? Well, if the bullet is fired at a correct angle, it...
Hold on. See, when is this guy's videos gonna stop? I wanna see. So, if I see the coffee one, we are good.
might ricochet. What the fuck are you doing? Don't put fucking milk in your cereal. Instead, you could try to put the Tommaso train at... What the fuck are you... Is there any chance of survival if a person is sucked into an aircraft engine? Firstly, you have to stay absolutely calm. Is there...
Oh no, I lost. My legs! I should calm down.
Any chance of survival? Have you ever wondered why the fuck we use toilet paper to clean our anus? I mean,
Because it's paper.
why the fuck isn't it used like a hairdryer, a candle, maybe a chicken, or even a double-propelled flame? Have you ever wondered why the fuck? Have you ever wondered why the slice of bread always falls on the side of the jam? The story goes that Isaac Newton was in his garden when an apple fell on his head. He began to wonder how the apple had fallen downward, but actually what fell on his head was a nuclear... Have you ever wondered why the slice of bread... When you crack your neck, your joints are forced to move, and this can cause small air bubbles to burst, causing that popping sound we hear. But if you crack it too hard, will cause you to pass out, and you could turn into... Yo, what the fuck? I'm just making a video. Oh, shit. You crack your neck?
Bro got diddled.
Do you know how babies are really born? You're probably thinking of the traditional method we all know, but it's really not. You see, if you want to have a baby in no time, all you have to do is
Freaky y'all, baby.
put in the microwave. Tomato sauce, triple speed screwdriver with double battery, baby oil, a cow for milk, and finally a Pignani 512 Stradale. After 3 minutes, you should have a result like this.
I should be right back. I'm gonna make a baby. By doing the ingredients in the microwave. I'll be right back. Alright, done the ingredients. My microwave is broken.
Do you know how babies are real? If you are picking your nose, how deep can you go? You might think half your finger is the maximum, but actually you can manage to touch your brain. And not only that, you see, if you go deeper, your arm might come out of your ass for incredible relief. You can even use an RGD-5 grenade to pick your brain as much if you are picking.
What was he doing?
If you take out your eyes, what do you think you can see? Well, most people think they see darkness at all, but in reality, you could see...
Bombardiro crocodilo. Un fottuto alligatore
If you
Ako dabli da banja.
If you're using a vacuum cleaner and suddenly you get stuck in it, it's gonna suck you in until you
That is me.
dry out and convulse. That's not a good way to use a vacuum cleaner. If you're using a vacuum cleaner and suddenly you get stuck in it, the guy was about to make a joke, but something went wrong. Bro,
Why is it always like that?
almost scared me.
Bro, let's play a new game. Okay. You ready? Yes. Yay.
A wise old man says, chocolate is like people. The lighter it is, the better it tastes.
That tastes good. I mean, I'm light. Ow.
I was about to make a joke. This simple banana worth millions of dollars. Have you ever wondered why? Well,
Why?
maybe you might think it has something special to make it stay intact all the time, but actually it doesn't. You see, if you try to do the same thing by sticking it on your phone, you have double the chance of being robbed by a fucking monkey. This simple banana worth the baby was playing, but a bear starts attacking. What the fuck is happening? Where's that bitch going? 黑人是他们不需要的麻烦. Damn, what the fuck?
I'm scrolling.
If your nuts are itching, you probably just have a hungry LeBron James who simply must have thought he was on a mega fried chicken wing. So, if you want to solve if your nuts are itching, when an ostrich sticks its head in your ass, you might
Why?
think it's a defense method to hide from predators. But in reality, it's probably just making a simple check for its Clash of Clans village. When an ostrich sticks its
I don't have Clash and Clans in my butt.
head in your ass, you might think it's a defense. Turbulences can kill you if you don't do this. Technically, turbulence is just irregular winds pass through the airplane. But if you don't follow safety procedures, a chance that it can kill you is there. Turbulences can kill you if you don't do. If you get punched in the face, you might think the force might break your jaw. But in reality... have a giant pimple, don't squeeze it. Pimples are ugly and even painful, but squeezing them would not solve the problem. Instead, wait 9 months. You could give birth to a mega explosive pimple baby. If you have a giant... What the fuck are you doing? Don't put fucking sugar in your coffee. Instead, put in Husqvarna 440 gas-powered chainsaw, 40cc, 2.4 HP. What the fuck are you doing? Falling from the world's tallest skyscraper can send you to an impact speed of 130 kilometers per hour in just 13 seconds, giving you no chance of survival. Falling from the world's... You're brushing your teeth wrong, and that's why. You see, most people think the correct movement is from the bottom to the top, but in reality, the best way is to... If you fart in a jar and keep it sealed.
Fart in a jar. Hey, you do that all the time.
Will it still smell after 10 years? You see, scientifically, hydrogen sulfide can survive for years in a sealed environment. So, if you sniff it after years, it will bring you straight back to that burrito you shouldn't have eaten. If you fart, did you know that chameleons don't change color just to hide? They actually speak a colorful language all their own. When a chameleon changes to this color, it probably means it is ready to rob a convenience store. Did you know that Have you ever wondered why, when you drive at high speed, you have this visual effect? Well, you see, driving at high speed creates the so-called tunnel effect. The scientific reason why this happens is because the driver probably used the Super Mario Boost mushroom. Have you ever wondered why? Most people believe that turtles can...
Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Shot the whale in the head.
An idea. No, hold on.
They shot the whale in the head and...
Most people believe that turtles can simply...
So the turtle, I know it's close to end.
Most people believe that turtles can simply detach from their shells at will. In reality, turtles are inseparably fused with their shells, and that's no accident. Deep within these seemingly unremarkable exteriors lies a
It's a Nintendo Switch.
secret cavo, a hidden room where they meticulously guard their arsenal of ninja weapons. Most people believe that turtles can simply If you shoot a tank with a gun, most people think the bullet will explode into 1,000 pieces. But actually, if you shoot someone with a tank, it will make that person pregnant.
My name is Jeff.
If you shoot a tank with a gun, most people think the bullet...
Wait, that's all. Oh my god, finally. That is all of the videos. Look,
Most people, if you shoot a tank with a gun, most people, if you shoot a tank with a gun, most people think...
Oh, finally. Alright. Next video is going to be me reacting to my brother's channel. And after I react to my brother's channel, I'm going to react to Louis A. If you know him. Alright. It's like today on Louis A. Alright. Bye, guys.